I'm afraid. I'm afraid about how this is going to turn out. I'm afraid for my kids, and I'm afraid about my future here in Japan. Even if I wanted to leave the house, there are too many things, too many reasons as to why I can't. And I made the choice that I wanted to stay in it for myself, for my business, and for my kids, so that they always know where to find me in the future, should this go totally pear-shaped and I don't get visitation anymore. I came back to a note saying that they'd left and that I should sign the divorce papers. 2 years down the line now, we're coming towards the end of mediation, and yet it still gets harder and harder. Yesterday, I received a letter from my wife's lawyers. It's their final proposal for the divorce. And despite trying to negotiate for 2 years and being met with fences at every turn, this letter proves one fact. They know that they can do and get whatever they want. I created this channel because I wanted to create an outlet to tell the truth about my experience, to connect to people who are going through the same thing, to help people so that they don't go through the same thing, and to join community with people who have experienced this before. This video today, I want to talk to the people going through it right now. And this video is certainly not about bitterness or revenge. I want to talk to fathers here in Japan who have gone through divorce, who are going through divorce, especially the foreign fathers here in Japan who wake up every morning with a knot in their stomach. The cruelty and the truth about going through divorce in Japan is it's not shouting, it's not anger, it's a slow erosion, and a tactic that I can't prove but I think is being used against me is eroding me at every corner and every moment along the way. Everything designed to erode you into nothing. As a man, you try to deal with it and think that you should be stronger. As a man, you're expected to be stronger. But the system is designed to erode your mental strength, to erode your feelings of who you are, to make you give up, put your hands up and say that you'll accept anything they say. It's not a physical fight. It's paperwork. It's being told to meet deadlines. It's being made to run around and do all the hard work while your opposition sits down and does nothing. It's one-sided power. They don't need to threaten you directly. The system helps them do it for you. It's been a long 2 years. And every day, no matter how positive I try to be, no matter how much I enjoy my work, no matter how much I hit the gym and climb mountains, and the times I see my kids, even these things that bring me happiness, they don't prepare for the sudden triggerings that happen on a day-to-day basis. These things hurt to the core. These things can make you lose your sense of self, your sense of wanting to move forwards, your sense of who you are. To a certain degree, they also make you sit and think about what's the point in continuing. If you're going through this right now, I hear you. But we have to be strong. We have to be strong for ourselves, knowing that there is a future out there that is better than what is happening now. And we have to be strong for our children. They need us more than we think, more than we know. About a year ago, I asked if I could pick up my things from her place, from her father's place, during my summer vacation when I had time off work and I had the time to get people to help me to carry the things out of the house. I was told no. The lawyers then contacted me with an alternate date. The date was set in October. It was my busiest season, so I said this is not convenient for me. Can I please change that to January when I had more free time? I was told no. I was told that I had to do it on this date. At that time, I petitioned and I said that it's not possible. But the court made me do it. So I did it. Myself and 2 of my close friends rented a truck for the day, and we made close to 8 backward and forward journeys, just dumping everything in my garden to save time, and collected all the stuff. Now, why did I have so much stuff? Well, in the past, her father was a great supporter of my theatre company and had given me one of the rooms in his house to use as the theatre company room, which was very kind and amazing, and the support at the time was phenomenal. Last Sunday, when she came to pick up the kids from my house, she mentioned that she would like a few of her things. And I've kept all her things. I've kept them in a room on the 3rd floor of my house, which is now a storeroom of her things, her drawers, her chest of drawers, her furniture, etc., etc. I said that everything's on the 3rd floor and I'd have to go through it, and I'll get back to her. When I told my lawyer, we both felt that the confidence exuded from her asking for some of her things back was well placed. It proves it's not coincidence, that it's confidence to the highest degree. that I have to jump through hoops and she can ask and get whatever she wants whenever she wants. It's not bitterness. I'm just trying to make a point about how unequal the sides of this process are. The balance is by far in favor of her at every step of the way. Certainly in Japan, once you come home and you find that your wife has taken the kids and left, you know one thing. The mediation process knows it too. The court knows it. Your lawyers know it. And the most terrifying part, her lawyers know it too. Over the last 2 years, we have brought numerous different agreements to the table. What if this? What if this? And we've been met with hard no's the whole way. Doing all the legwork and coming up with new proposals and constantly being told no wears you down emotionally, psychologically, and physically. Whilst you're working hard to earn more money to cover all the extra payments that you have to make, you're also having to run around visiting banks, visiting the city hall, getting paperwork for this, all at the court's demand to keep the opposition satisfied. And when we produce a new agreement, they often just say no and then demand more. Why? Because they can. From my own point of view, I often thought that the opposition deserved a slap on the wrist for some of the demands they were making. But at no point did that happen. At no point did mediation step in and say that this is unreasonable. The only time mediation stepped in and said it was unreasonable is when I did something or I pushed for something. In fact, once in the process, I was told, why am I making problems where there are no problems? No matter how positive you try to be, by going to the gym, waking up early, cleaning the house, minimalizing, downsizing, working harder, the truth is, you never know when you're going to be triggered. Whether it's early in the morning, late at night, a ping on your phone, an email, these things can trigger you and they can trigger you hard, and you never know when they're coming. It's a constant onslaught of always being worried about what bad news is going to come next. Even the most beautiful experience of hanging out with your own children and enjoying time with them comes with a feeling of utter sadness when they don't want to part and you don't want to part and you have to say goodbye and you have to put your kids kicking and screaming into your ex's car, seeing them drive away, ripping you in half. It's inhumane, and I can't imagine that the same person I married is able to do this. I hope that this is the lawyer playing the game and not her. A final proposal here in Japan can make you feel like nothing. If you don't do this, that, or this in the future, then you will have to leave your house, or you'll have to pay extra, or you'll have to do this, or have to do that. But there's one thing missing from the agreement. The one thing I hoped by making this channel would come to light is the fact that financially, I am strung up for the next 15 to 16 years to pay child support, and it could go up at any moment they decide. I want to be responsible for my children, and I want to be a responsible and good loving father. There are so many times where if I don't pay this and I don't pay that, then I'm going to get in trouble. But there's one thing missing. If I am not able to see my kids because visitation is denied by the other side, there is nothing in the agreement that protects me. And even if I put something in the agreement, it won't be held up by law. Currently, Japan is a sole custody society, and visitation is only under the goodwill of the parent that gets that sole custody. So, in many cases we've seen around us, mothers have decided suddenly to alienate their children from their fathers. And there is no law, no police activity, nothing to support us seeing our own children. Even the final documents of mediation going into divorce are all for protecting the person that wins. And the person that wins is the person that left the house and took the kids and moved somewhere else. This pain doesn't end in divorce. This pain comes back every holiday, every birthday, every school event to which you are not invited. And it is the system here in Japan that allows this to continue. If you're going through this right now and you feel weak, angry, exhausted, mentally and physically, there is nothing wrong with you. The system and the process is designed to wear you down. Behind this whole thing is a system that wants to get you out as soon as possible. They don't want fairness. They just want you to move along so the next people can come in. I make these videos because silence protects the system, and I'm not afraid if people disagree. If you're watching this and you're still married, still dating here in Japan, still thinking that it won't happen to me, I wish you the best and I hope that it doesn't happen to you. But please understand the risks. And if you're already in it or you're going through it, I see you. I understand. I am committed to trying to build a community and to shine light upon these things here in Japan. If any of this video has interested you, please check out my channel, subscribe, like. The road to recovery is a hard road. And I can say that even though I made this video today, I try to be more and more positive every day. I try to be more and more the person that I want to be and the person that I'd like my kids to look up to in the future. If you love your kids, just remember, going through mediation, they will hang that love above your head like a donkey chasing a carrot. And that's what the process allows them to do. Be strong, keep going, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.